Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Wait for some more people to get in here. Whoop. What's up, Cacolin Joe? All right. Oh, we got 9 people in here now. Nice. Everybody, how's it going? Yeah. So, um, yeah, I've just been doing the usual, you guys probably know my routine at this point. I've been watching a lot of The Office. That's a show I've actually gotten into recently is The Office. I've been watching quite a bit of that. I was up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, you know, watching a bunch of episodes of The Office. So yeah, what shows are you guys watching right now? I don't really watch much TV, by the way, so I have not seen a lot of things. I am not a person who sits down and watches TV a lot, but I was glued to Tiger King when I watched that about a week or so ago, a little over a week ago. I watched all that, and I've also been watching The Office, like I said. So yeah, it's funny, entertaining. It's right up my alley. I love comedy, so Better Call Saul. I've never heard of that. Okay, I'm intrigued. I don't know what that is. Oh, 0 credits remaining is in the chat. All right. If anybody has not checked out 0 credits remaining, definitely go check out his channel because his channel is phenomenal. Go give him your support. Let's see. He's watching Dark Side of the Ring and Tiger King, basically. Yeah. Tiger King. I don't know if you heard this, but I was just saying I was glued to it when I watched it like a couple weeks ago. I mean, I couldn't leave the couch. It was just like, what the hell is going on? It was fantastic. So, but last night we actually did watch an 8th episode they released where they interviewed a bunch of people from Tiger King about what they've been doing since the time the documentary was filmed. It was kind of cool. I liked watching it. It's like a half hour long. Um, sorry to embarrass you there, sir. Sorry to embarrass you. But yeah, your channel is fantastic. So I only really mention channels on here that I truly, really believe in as being like some of the best. I really enjoy 0 credits remaining. And I genuinely mean anybody who has not checked out his channel needs to go check him out, watch his videos, support his channel. It's awesome. So The Simpsons, classic, yeah. It's gone on for way too long, but it's a classic show. So have I ever watched Extreme Coaster Wars? I've seen well, no, I haven't really watched it. No, can't say I have. I'm not really interested. I mean, it's just, I've seen some other similar types of like, GP shows, I guess you could say like that, where they talk about coasters and it's just like, you know what you're getting into. So, I mean, they're kind of cool. It's cool to see some rides showcased and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very GP show. I mean, any coaster show that you see on TV is going to be GP, which is fine, which is fine. Not knocking that, but read my comment. What's the difference between a hybrid coaster and a regular wooden coaster? Well, a hybrid wooden coaster, might have steel supports and wood track, or there's the RMC topper track if you consider that hybrid, which has steel on the top. So a running steel rail on top. Let's see. Stanford Bridge says he's listening to a Big Coaster soundtrack playlist he just made. It's getting me hyped for coasters I can't ride now. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that playlist out because I was actually just thinking a little bit ago, like, I should listen to some more coaster soundtracks and, like, because people talk about the greatest coaster soundtracks out there, and I know what some of the greatest ones are, but I just haven't listened to them much. I mean, I have listened to the Helix one, and I know everybody loves that one. Oh, Airtime Thrills in 53 minutes. Nice. Nice. But yeah, Millennium Force is great, obviously. As you guys all probably know, that's my ringtone. So obviously the Millennium Force theme is iconic. I actually love Wicked Twister's soundtrack. If you guys don't know Wicked Twister soundtrack, I mean, I didn't know it for the longest time, even after I had ridden it many times. It's just not something you think about much in Wicked Twister Station, but Wicked Twister has a really good soundtrack, in my opinion. Very underrated. So, Carnan soundtrack. I think I've listened to that actually. I know that's a very revered one, but not enough coaster soundtracks in the States. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Cedar Point is one park I can say does do a pretty good job with it, though, because they have Millennium and Dragster, and like I was just saying, Wicked Twister. So Cedar Point does a decent job with soundtracks. They have some iconic ones, but yeah, Wicked Twister soundtrack is on YouTube. That's what I thought. Yeah. My favorite coaster channel intros and outros. I think Coaster Daddy has the best intro. No, I'm just playing. I do like my intro though. If I must toot my own horn, I gotta say I love my intro. But let's see. Hey, what's up, E-Ty? How's it going? Hey, nothing much. We're just talking about The Office and coaster soundtracks and what we've been up to. Zero credits remaining says Crystal Method did the song played at Wicked Twister. It's great. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have to look it up again and listen to it because it's awesome. All right, but favorite coaster channel intros and outros. That's kind of difficult. I like ones that are short and to the point and don't drag on for like 20 seconds. Those ones are kind of ridiculous. I like the ones that keep it to like 10 minutes max. I guess the Chain Lift has a good intro. Let's see. The Chain Lift, Coaster Studios has a great intro, obviously. Very simple. Simple and to the point ones. Those are the best in my opinion. Theme Park Crazy. Yes, Theme Park Crazy has an awesome intro. Thank you for that. Theme Park Crazy. Coaster Fanatics has a pretty good one. His is pretty cool. Some of them have the Millennium Force theme, and other times he puts like this hard rock song in there that sounds awesome. Yeah, so I guess those ones are some good ones. X-Scream Thrills. Yeah, Airtime Thrills has a fun upbeat one. Which popular rock pop song is the King de Ka soundtrack a mix of? If you don't know, you might guess. Oh, man. I don't even know the King de Ka soundtrack. I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like El Toro Ryan talked about this on one of his videos. Hmm. I feel like I've heard this. Like I said, I feel like El Toro Ryan has mentioned it, but yeah, Rip Ride Rocket allows you to choose your own soundtrack. That is really cool how they do that. Not a lot of coasters do that, so that's really cool. Hey, Demo Coaster. King Deka's theme to a tiger. Yeah, okay. Is it Eye of the Tiger? I mean I feel like that's too obvious. I was in Disney World when I was like 3, so I don't remember it at all. But technically I have been to Disney World, so yeah. Like 3 years old. Let's see. Etai says, I was listening to the Talking Trimless podcast last night and it was very good. It was kind of funny when you preferred Mean Streak over Steel Vengeance. Oh, it is Eye of the Tiger. Okay. I thought that was too obvious, but I guess it wasn't. So, I mean, it is, but how did I come up with my channel name? Good to see you here, Coaster Josh, by the way. Another great small channel we have in here. And honestly, if you guys have not checked out his channel either, go support him, watch his videos. The Coaster Josh does some really, really good content. So honestly, go check him out. Like as soon as this live stream is done, go check him out. As well as Zero Credits Remaining, and Phantom Coasters is another fantastic one. So anyway, you know the last. Oh wait, how do you come up with your channel name? Okay, my wife and her friend came up with a name. I was trying to come up with something, couldn't think of a name I was really sold on, and they were like, "Oh, you should call it Coaster Daddy," just kind of joking. And I immediately knew that was going to be my name. It was just like it clicked. It's like that's definitely my name, and that's when Coaster Daddy was born. So. You know that theory I mentioned on your last video? What's your thoughts on it? I think it's a stretch, but does make sense. I don't remember the theory you mentioned. I mean, I know you've commented and stuff and whatnot. I don't remember exactly what you said though, so refresh my memory. Theme Park Horizon says, "Hey Dale, just wanted to pop in and say hi. You got some great content, man." Christian. Oh well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So, really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy my content. I love making it and talking about coasters, obviously. So, yep, Hollywood Dream the Ride. That's another one where you choose your soundtrack. Less options than Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Absolutely, yeah. Anthony says if you watch Amazon Prime, you should watch shows like Hunter X and Jack Ryan. They're actually really good. Thank you for the suggestions. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm probably not gonna watch those. I don't have Amazon Prime anyway, but I do not watch a lot of TV. I usually don't have a lot of time to watch TV, and right now I do since I'm off work. So I don't want to start a ton of new shows, and then have to try to keep up with them. Um, I just don't watch a lot of TV. I just don't. I just can't focus long enough. I have been watching a lot of The Office though. I love comedy. I like simple. I like stuff that's really simple that I can just sit down, watch, and enjoy without putting too much thought into it. So, I've really enjoyed Shameless. I do like Dexter a lot. Dexter is really good. I still need to finish that. I haven't watched it in like 2 years. I still need to finish it. But Office, that kind of stuff's right up my alley. That 70 shows, I used to be into that. So, oh, no problem, Coaster Josh. Appreciate your support and yeah, your channel is awesome. So keep it up. My least favorite roller coaster, Nighthawk, probably. It's either Nighthawk or Raging Wolf Bob's or Mean Streak. One of those. I kind of default to Nighthawk just because it's by far the most recent one I've ridden and did not enjoy it. So Intamin working their way up with a new Stratocoaster design with Red Force. Oh, I think you were saying like they're using that to sort of perfect their accelerator design, and they'll bring the accelerator / Stratocoaster back. To be honest, I don't know. I don't really see it making like a huge comeback. I mean, I think we'll probably see a couple more throughout the world at some point. Probably on a smaller scale than like Red Force, maybe. I don't know. I think we could see a couple of them, but I don't think it's going to be like this huge thing that takes off, if that makes sense. Insane Coaster Junkie says, "Why do you prefer Mean Streak over Steel Vengeance? Haven't listened to Talking Trimless." You just got to go listen to it, man. But I don't really prefer it. It was a joke. It's obviously a joke, but yeah. If you guys haven't listened to the new episode of Talking Trimless, which came out this past Saturday, definitely go check that out. It's hosted by Zach from Theme Park Media and Hunter from Theme Park Hunting. He used to be called Coaster Hunting. And I was featured as a guest on their last episode. Go check it out. It's pretty fun. It's almost 2 hours long, so there's quite a bit of content there. It's on Spotify, Apple Music podcasts, and stuff like that. So definitely go check it out. Pretty fun. I will check out Coaster Josh. All right. Yeah, definitely. Go support him. I should watch Rick and Morty. I have seen Rick and Morty. I've seen a few episodes, and it's a pretty good show. I seen one episode in particular that was really good, but it had like dragons in it. I've never been to Magic Mountain, unfortunately. Let's see. How many times do you get asked, how do you come up with your channel name? I've gotten asked so many times. Like, it seems like every single live stream I do, somebody asks that. They asked me on the podcast that I was just in. Yeah, I get asked that question a lot, which is fine. Uh, it's obviously something a lot of people want to know. So, I'm fine talking about it. It's not a big, grandiose story or anything like that. Let's see. Damo Coaster says, I find it odd. Red Force is 100 feet shorter than Top Thrill Dragster and has a different launch system. So it made me think Anthem could bring their Stratocoasters back in the form of Red Force. Well, yeah, that's definitely the idea. They use a different launch system because the hydraulic launch system just is not reliable. It's terrible. I mean, it's awesome because of the ride experience, but it's a maintenance nightmare. Um, the LSM system that they use with Red Force, so much more reliable. It does accelerate at a slower pace though, which is like the drawback of that. So if you were going to make like a Stratocoaster like the size of Dragster or King de Ka or go bigger than that, you would have to have a really, really, really long launch track. So it would take up a really long plot of land, which I think is kind of the drawback of that. You would need a ton of land to pull that off, if they'd be willing to do it, So, but yeah, that's definitely the idea, was like doing the accelerator coaster, but with much more reliable technology. So, you know, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is kind of underrated. All the hills leading into the mid course has pretty good lifter airtime. It kind of felt like a B&M Hyper in a way. Yeah, I think it looks like a fun ride. I think it looks fun. Theme Park Hunting actually did a review on that recently, which I watched, and he loves it. He was saying it's like one of his favorite coasters. It looks like a fun ride, I think. Does have a lot of mid courses, obviously, which I think really kind of sucks and kind of probably ruins the pacing a little bit. But it looks really fun. So I understand why those are there. See, Mandalorian is only 8 episodes. That's really great series. I don't have Disney Plus, first of all. I don't really want to buy it because I would never watch it. And I'm just not a big Star Wars fan. So, yeah. Anthony says he's kind of surprised I don't work at theme parks like Cedar Point or Six Flags or Kings Island. Did I ever work at any of those parks when I was younger? Great question, Anthony. I've never worked at a theme park. I've never wanted to. I don't want to. There's only a certain like time and place, you know. There's a certain time period where it's good to work at parks like that, maybe as like a first job or whatever. But beyond that time frame, it's not a very good job. So unless you move on to like other better things in the park. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to work at an amusement park, not as like a ride operator or doing food or cleaning or anything like that. No way. If I could get like a different job there, like maybe like painting stuff or things like that are like full-time jobs, like it'd be cool to do something like that. Absolutely. My home park is Cedar Point. So, are there any well-known coaster YouTubers that their home park is Cedar Point? Because I was trying to think earlier, and I don't think there really are. Like big, like fairly big coaster channels where Cedar Point's their home park. I know like Kings Island and stuff like that. Obviously, there's at least a couple YouTube channels. Their home parks Kings Island, but any like big channels, and by big, I mean a very broad spectrum. I'm talking about like channels bigger than mine. Is there any where their home park is Cedar Point that you guys know of? It was just something random I was thinking about earlier, and I don't think there are really. Oh man, so many comments. uh Really liked Nighthawk. That's fine. It's a love it or hate it kind of ride. I just didn't enjoy it. Let's see. You live in Ohio. Have you been to Stricker's Grove yet? Unfortunately, I have not. I would like to get there during one of the times that they're open, like to the public, and ride those coasters because they look cool. Looks like a nice little park. Definitely something I would love to visit. Zach Zoomer is better than Shivering Timbers. A lot of people are going to judge you for that, but that's fine. Uh, What park would you love as your home park? I would love Cedar Point or Magic Mountain. Actually, when I went to King's Dominion last year, I was actually a little jealous of people that have King's Dominion as their home park. I love King's Dominion, probably more than a lot of people do. I mean, it's such a beautiful park. And I think the coaster collection is actually really solid, even though they've removed a lot of things and things will get removed in the future. I think great things are coming for that park. Um, I loved King's Dominion, honestly. So I had a great experience there. My cousin actually likes Mean Street more and Steel Vengeance. No idea why. Yeah, I have no idea either. uh, you should watch Simpsons. Probably take you about 2 years to finish, but still a very good show. I mean, yeah, I've seen The Simpsons. It's classic. I mean, I've seen The Simpsons. Trust me, and it is good. It's just went on for way too long. It should have ended like 15 years ago. 10, 15 years ago it should have been done. But it's a great. At least the older episodes are great. Everyone mistakes me as coaster junkie instead of insane coaster junkie. Okay, that's kind of understandable. Insane coaster junkie, to be fair, is kind of a long name. So I think maybe sometime people will just shorten it just so it's easier to say, like coaster junkie. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they do mistake your name. I don't know. But have I ever been on a Pinfari? I've not been on a Pinfari actually. No. I have not. I was on a ride very similar to a Pinfari, essentially a Pinfari, but not made by Pinfari, which was Wildcat at Cedar Point. It's essentially like a Pinfari Zyklon, but probably a lot better. But I've never actually been on a Pinfari though. A launching Raptor, that'd be awesome. If you want to go taller, just use an air launch. Small space. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Have SNS come in there and I don't know if they would do like a 400-foot coaster or even 300-foot, but they've done 200-foot ones in China and they look awesome. Those OCT thrust coasters, they look amazing. And then obviously Max Force is great too. Yeah, the launch. I was gonna say too. I never did say that, but yeah, the launch track on Red Force is really long. Like, even though it's not as tall as like Dragster, I feel like the launch track is just as long or even longer than Dragster, maybe. And I actually think I looked at the track length. I know Dragster is 2,800 feet long altogether. Let's see how long Red Force is. Red Force is 2,887 feet long. So yeah, Red Force is actually a little bit longer than Dragster, even though it's a decent amount shorter. Yeah, it's so yeah, that's definitely one of the trade-offs, with the LSM launch, is and here's the thing too, it says it takes 5 seconds for Red Force to reach its top speed. In 5 seconds, it gets to roughly 112 miles an hour, which it's slower than Dragster a little bit, and it takes like 1 second longer to get to that top speed. So, like I said, drawbacks with the LSM, but obviously it's much more reliable. So, if I was a park, I'd definitely rather buy something like that, I think, than you know. Never been on Ghost Rider. Looks awesome though. Favorite wooden coaster? Lightning Rod. Yeah. Favorite traditional wooden coaster is Voyage. So, what do I think B&M will create another launch coaster since it's been 5 years since Thunderbird? Well, to be clear, they are building a clone of the Incredible Hulk at Universal Beijing. It's going to be a Transformers ride. It looks awesome, but it's a clone of Hulk. I don't know if they're going to build the launch on that though, because on the original Hulk, they didn't actually make the launch system. Another company did. I would love to see another launch wing coaster though. I hope we see one. I feel like in the next few years, we're going to see like maybe another B&M launch coaster. They need to step out of their comfort zone a little bit, you know. Um, the airtime moments make up for all the MCBRs. Okay, fair enough. I'm a huge fan of Magnum. Magnum is one of my favorite rides. Yeah, I love Magnum. You want Tony Clark's job? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The best hyper coasters, the most successful manufacturer in terms of building lots of coasters is definitely B&M when it comes to hyper coasters. By far, B&M is the most successful hypercoaster manufacturer, because of the reliability, longevity, and the sheer amount of hypercoasters that they've created. So the only good airtime moments on the ride are mid courses on a Rip Ride Rocket. All right, nice. Oh, Sean Flaherty is right between Cedar Point and Kings Island. I didn't realize he lived around this area. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know he was even in Ohio. Yeah, Cedar Flag's home park is Cedar Point. Yes. I was wondering if there were any like channels like bigger than me though. That I feel like I'm probably the most well-known coaster YouTuber that has Cedar Point as their home park. But like Stanford Bridge just mentioned, Sean Flaherty is right between Cedar Point and Kings Island, I guess. So, oh yeah, GP2 enthusiast. How could I forget? Yeah, he does consider Cedar Point his home park. I didn't realize he was technically closer to Kings Island. I didn't know that, but yeah. Oh yeah, Coaster Bob, absolutely. Yeah, he is. I think he might actually be closer to Cedar Point because he does a lot of Cedar Point stuff. I'm not sure though. Do I prefer Holiday World or Kentucky Kingdom? I've only been to Holiday World. I think it'd be the better park though by a little bit, just because of the atmosphere and the coaster lineup. So, but they both look like. I mean, Kentucky Kingdom looks amazing. Hey, Intimidator or Millennium Force? If we're talking Intimidator at Carowinds, definitely Millennium Force. Intimidator was such a letdown. I-305, on the other hand, definitely prefer I-305. But yeah, GP2 enthusiast, he did work at Gemini. Yes. Do I watch SpongeBob? I did watch a lot of SpongeBob in my younger days. It's a great show. So, gotta be honest, I would want Kings Island as a home park instead of Cedar Point. This is coming from Coaster Nerd, by the way. I'm guessing being able to go so often kind of kills the magic. I'm guessing it's the same with Disney. I get what you're saying. I mean, there are I do love going to new parks just because, as great as Cedar Point is, I mean, I go there all the time. So like you said, you do kind of lose a little bit of the magic, but I mean, I still love it. I would still say it's probably my favorite park. Even though there has been some contests from a couple parks. So um but yeah, Cedar Point's awesome, but I would love to have Kings Island as a home park too. Kings Island in some ways is better than Cedar Point. That's actually one of the parks that has contested Cedar Point as my favorite, in my opinion. I feel like Cedar Point, Dollywood is really giving Cedar Point a run for its money. In terms of like my personal list, Dollywood just does everything near perfect. Not the greatest coaster collection, but they have a really solid coaster lineup. And everything else about the park is like just perfect. I mean, it's as close to perfect as I've ever gotten at an amusement/theme park. So, yeah. Gemini's most underrated ride at Cedar Point. Yeah, I think I'd agree. I would agree with that. Love Gemini. Wicked Twister I do find underrated too. I do enjoy Wicked Twister. I do really love it genuinely. At the same time, whenever it does inevitably get removed in the next couple years, I think it will be. I'm not going to miss it a whole lot just because it's, you know, it is underrated though in my opinion. I do enjoy it. Zero credits remaining. Oh, he's answering. Let's see. Let's see. Coaster Bob 62 and Sean Flaherty both live in the Columbus area, but frequent Cedar Point. Okay. Thanks for the clarification, Tim. BGT and Universal Orlando, absolutely. I do really want to go to those parks at some point. Yeah, maybe in the next few years. We'll see. Do I think B&M will build another flyer? Absolutely. I think Cedar Point's going to get one at some point. Yeah, yeah. So I think B&M will definitely build another couple flyers at least. Formula Rosso takes about the same amount of time to get 249 miles an hour that Red Force takes to get 212. Okay, yeah, yep. Intamin had 14 years to work out the kinks between Drexler and Red Force. Yeah, and a large part of that is, the launch system. I mean, the hydraulic launch system, as great of an experience as it is, and it's so exhilarating, the LSM really doesn't take that much longer to get you up to a high speed. And it's still pretty forceful, but it's much more reliable. But of course, you have to make a much longer launch track because it's a slower acceleration. So a launch B&M invert, absolutely. I mean, it'd be awesome to see Volcano get replaced by a B&M inverted launch coaster. That'd be phenomenal. That's not going to happen. No way. That is not going to happen in any world, but that would be awesome to see. So let's see. Theme Park Horizon says the Transformers Hulk clone appears to have the same launch system as Hulk based on construction photos. Yeah, it does look like the same launch system. So I don't know if B&M is building it or not. B&M did manufacture the launch on Thunderbird, I believe. So maybe they could do it now. I don't know. Hey, Tim Davis, what's up? What manufacturer do I think will be the biggest of this decade besides RMC, B&M, and Mach? Well, I mean Intamin because they're making a comeback. But if you want something besides all the obvious ones, I think Vekoma, is going to be a really big one, or SNS. So yes, wash hands, absolutely. Please, everybody, wash your hands. Do it all the time, not just right now. Please. Let's see. Coaster Lover is right between Kings Island CP, lives in Central Ohio, Columbus area. Nice. Let's see. My most anticipated theme parks. Universal Orlando, Knott's Berry Farm, and the two Busch Gardens parks. Yeah. Did the leaky coaster for what? Let's see. Insane Coaster Junkie says, not to brag or do a shameless plug on myself, but I'm the biggest YouTuber whose home park is Waldemere. Yeah, absolutely. You are the Waldemere guy, man. You are the Waldemere guy. Penny is on Dorney Park's new coaster plans. Looks awesome. I can't wait to see it. Dorney needs a new coaster, and I'm excited. So, hey, Looping Thrills, how's it going? Let's see. Oh no, for sure, it's still my favorite, but I just don't want it to burn out. Okay, yeah. Most underrated coaster at Cedar Point is probably Rougarou, says Coaster Lover. That is a very underrated one, I think. I think that Rougarou is actually a really solid ride. The review I did a long time ago, which was after I only rode it once in 2018, that review doesn't really reflect my views as much now. I would say now it's like a 7.5 rather than like a 6.5. And I do really enjoy it. I've gotten some great rides on it. I think it's a really good supporting coaster, and it barely ever has a line. So it's very intense. Usually it's pretty smooth. I've had some not as good rides on it, but usually it's pretty smooth. So yeah, Kings Island is way better in Cedar Point with wooden coasters. Kings Island has one of the best wooden coaster collections out there, and Cedar Point just has one wooden coaster, which is a fun wooden coaster, but it's not one of the best, you know. What parks do I want to get a Raptor after Magic Mountains? I want lots of parks to get an RMC Raptor. They'd be so good for a lot of really small parks. Come on, Waldemir. Come on. Come on, Waldemir. We need an RMC Raptor. Holiday World would be awesome with one. Kentucky Kingdom. A lot of the smaller Six Flags parks, the small Cedar Fair parks. So many small parks could use something like that. And they're so, at least so much more affordable compared to, you know, even a really small Intamin coaster. You know, they're just, lots of parks could use those, or the Chance Hyper GTX, obviously. So Hershey Park you have as a home park. Nice. Very good. Amusement Park Vlog says, I'm going to Cedar Point, Kings Island, Carowinds, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and Kings Dominion this summer. Good luck. All right. Hopefully you can make it there. Opinions on Blue Streak. Blue Streak is awesome. Great ride. Yeah, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg would do great with a B&M Flyer. Yeah, I think they should get one. Let's see. I think Coaster Camp also lives in the Columbus area. Yeah. Tim K says Dollywood is too expensive and overrated, in my opinion. Okay, Tim, I believe you said you didn't have a great experience at Dollywood. I think I kind of vaguely remember, I think it was you telling me you didn't have the greatest experience there. So maybe that kind of affected your opinion. I mean, if you know, you can think that if you want, obviously, that's your opinion. But I will say the 3 days that I got to spend there, it was an incredible park in my opinion. I mean, it was very, very, very busy when I was there, and everything just ran well. Okay, there were some issues in operations. There were some issues, small issues, but basically everything was just ran like perfectly. Everything was just so good. The food was phenomenal. It is very expensive. I'll give you that. It is a very expensive park. I do feel like you get what you pay for though. But that was my experience. So it has good value. That's what I'll say. It has very good value. Do I like Diamondback or Mako better? Haven't ridden Mako, but I love Diamondback. So yeah, looping thrills. Yeah, I think I think Hershey Park definitely looks better as a whole than Great Adventure, even though Great Adventure looks phenomenal as well. You know, I'm excited to get to both of those parks. Do I think the SeaWorld 2021 editions will be affected at all? I think everybody's 2021 not every I shouldn't say everybody's will be affected. That's not what I mean. I think a lot of chains, every chain is going to have issues with in the next couple of years at least. You know, yeah, everybody's going to have issues. It's just it's affecting everybody. So Coaster Lover says Coaster Fanatics hasn't uploaded in like 6 months. I wonder when I'll start uploading videos to channel again. I was wondering that as well. I was also wondering that. He did post on his community tab very recently, actually, which was good to see. So it's like, okay, everything's still good, you know, but yeah, hopefully we see some more uploads because his channel is very good. So oh, I'll definitely visit Fun Spot if I'm ever around there. Yeah. Fun Spot looks awesome. I did start selling merch. It's all there right now. Definitely, guys, go check out my merch store. I'm plugging it super hard here. No shame. My merch store has lots of awesome stuff. And you know, I'm very grateful for any support that you guys give me. Anything helps. But yeah, I have tons of merch, so many options, tons of different styles of t-shirts. I've got leggings, socks, a pillow, blankets, 2 different kinds of stickers, hoodies, tapestries, canvas art, a mug, a Coaster Cafe mug. There's just so much stuff, and I tried to keep everything as cheap as I could. I really did. I tried to keep everything as cheap as I could for you guys. And there's things in like all price ranges on there. There's a couple things that are pretty pricey. But a lot of the stuff is very affordable, and there's even a couple things that are just like super super cheap, like the stickers and stuff. So definitely go check out my channel. There's a lot of cool stuff there, something for everybody. My merch store, not my channel, my merch store. But there's a link to the merch store on my channel and my newest video descriptions. It's everywhere. So go check it out. That's my Teespring store. And if I ever do get to a certain point, I'll be able to do a free giveaway as well. So if you guys want to see a free giveaway, also help by like sharing the store around and everything, so I can hopefully get enough orders in. And that's a while off. That's not going to happen for a while. But, if you guys help me get there, we could have a free giveaway at some point, courtesy of Teespring. So this video is not sponsored by them in any way, but, as far as Teespring goes, once I reach a certain benchmark, I can give away a free item to one of you guys. So, any support, greatly appreciated. So, I agree. The first half of Rougarou is definitely a lot better. Much more headbanging in the second half. Yeah. Let's see. Dorney needed a coaster if they remove Stinger. If they're removing another coaster, they will need a new one for sure. And Hershey Six-Legged Adventure getting a new coaster for 2020. Yeah, Dorney needs something. So, think King's Dominion could use RMC Raptor so it puts more on the map after Volcano Blast Downfall. I think a Raptor would be awesome at King's Dominion. Absolutely. Get something like Jersey Devil there. Yeah. Or maybe that could be King's Dominion's hyper, since they don't have a hyper. Get a single rail hyper, maybe. That probably won't happen, but yeah. Let's see. I wish Hollywood Dream had a launch up with lift tool. That'd make the ride so cool. I agree. Yeah. We all miss coaster fanatics. 0 credits remaining says, I think Silver Dollar City looks better than Dollywood, but I've been to neither. Both look like top tier parks. Yeah, Silver Dollar City is a lot of people's favorite parks, and most actually do prefer it over Dollywood. I do think it looks incredible. I really want to get to Silver Dollar City. Hopefully in the next like couple years I can do that. It looks phenomenal. Yeah. And to think that it might be better than Dollywood is just like mind blowing to me. So, what do I think Holiday World's next coaster will be? I think an RMC Raptor would be a really good fit. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say an RMC Raptor. Or maybe they would go more of the family route. Maybe get like a Vekoma family inverted coaster or something like Dragonflyer. I could see that too. But I think a RMC single rail would be amazing at Holiday World, even if it's just a clone. Yeah. I've read Mako and Behemoth. I can gladly say that Behemoth is better. Okay. All right, cool. I've heard great things about both of those. So at some point I plan on getting on both of them. So Coaster Lover has a really good question. Thoughts on Dollywood cinnamon bread and Kennywood potato patch fries? Do you prefer one or the other? Okay, on that Talkin' Trimless podcast episode I was on, I actually talk a little bit about my controversial opinion regarding the cinnamon bread. I love the cinnamon bread. Not as amazing as people make it out to be, in my opinion, but I love the cinnamon bread. I also love the potato patch fries. I prefer the potato patch fries myself. I would rather eat those than the cinnamon bread. So I love Kennywood's potato patch fries. They are really good. See, Tim says Dollywood. I want to get back to give it a second chance, but not in a big hurry. Rather get to Silver Dollar City. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, definitely. I feel like Busch Gardens Tampa is underrated. Most people talk about Williamsburg, but I generally believe Tampa is better. They have 7 amazing coasters, beautiful atmosphere with animals and theming. Yeah, I think Busch Gardens Tampa is going to supersede Williamsburg. I think right now they're on pretty even playing fields, but Busch Gardens Tampa definitely has the best or the better coaster lineup out of the two. Um, I really want to get to both of them. So, unpopular opinion: White Lightning is greater than Mind Blower. Okay, they both look like great rides. So, I agree on Mako and Behemoth, although both are great. They both look fantastic. Who do you think is the funniest coaster YouTuber? The funniest coaster YouTuber is Rob's Rides, and he has not uploaded in a long time either. But Rob's Rides, he's great. So let's see. Gary Stone says Theme Park Review has trips you can take and pay like $5,000 for a bunch of parks in any specific part of the world. Do you know of any other sites that offer trips like that? I have no idea. No. Kyle says, I want to buy your merch, but I can't because of the border between Canada and US is closed. So I want to buy it, but I can't until this whole pandemic is over. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, this is affecting everything. I definitely understand. So Tim K would also take potato patch fries. Yes. Good choice. Thoughts on the Axis coaster model? Looks awesome. Looks fun. Sort of gimmicky. I don't know if it'll really take off, but I think we'll see a couple of them built and hopefully it succeeds. They look really fun. So see, Airtime Thrills doesn't like Legend, so I can see RMC Legend too. Oh, I hope they don't RMC it. I really want to ride it. I didn't get to ride. I mean, they won't anytime soon. I don't think if they ever do. When I went to Holiday World in 2015, I didn't get to ride Legend because they were retracking it. So Looping Thrills. Do you think Fiesta Texas will get the first Axis coaster in 2021, 2022? I definitely think they could be the first park to get one. Yeah. What year? I don't know, but I could see it, in the next couple years. Do I think Michigan's Venture will get a coaster anytime soon because Dorney Park is getting a ride? Yeah, interesting thought there. I've definitely been thinking too, since they're finally investing something into Dorney Park, it looks like, and also because of the current situation and how things are going to be pushed back, and these chains won't have as much capital to work with. This might actually be the time, over these next couple years where some of those smaller parks that have been typically neglected, this could actually be the time for those places to shine a little bit. Since these chains aren't going to have as much to put into places and they're not going to be able to afford as many like huge, huge roller coasters, maybe parks like Michigan's Adventure, Worlds of Fun, Dorney, maybe parks like that will actually get some things, over the next couple years. Just a thought. See, Coaster Nerd says I have Behemoth as my third favorite coaster overall. Nice. Looks like one of the better hypers out there. Although it has a really basic layout, a lot of them do. See, when I went to Kennywood in 2012, I made a mistake in not getting a potato patch fries. I'm hoping to go back to the park sometime in summer and try out the potato patch fries then. Definitely try them when you go. Yeah. Oh, Cyberfox, what's up? Good to see you again. Let's see. Want to hit Japanese park sometime to get some good Togos in. Yeah. The Togos in Japan look so good. They look so good. Definitely. I don't think Great Adventure just got a coaster because they heard about the other parks getting them. I think we could see another coaster at Great Adventure though in the next 3 to 5 years for sure. Yeah. No problem, Gary. No problem. Sorry I couldn't help you there. What do I think Great Adventure will get next and when? I think they'll get a premier racing coaster like West Coast Racers, and we'll say 2023 or 2024. We'll go with that. Hershey next coaster. I really don't have any idea, honestly. What coaster YouTubers do you think have the best footage, best editing, best commentary, best presentation, and best overall content? Taking all those things into consideration, I would say Coaster Studios, Theme Park Crazy. Um, Airtime Thrills has to be up there. Amusement Insiders. Those ones are just really good professional. OK Coasters. Yeah, OK Coasters. Really good all around. So, what do I think of American Dream Ball? It looks great. Looks like great. It's way overpriced though. Uh, I love Theme Park Crazy. One of my favorites. Yeah. Yeah, Michigan's Venture getting Woodstock Express. It might be a redo of their other kiddie coaster they already had. I'm not really sure. I've heard mixed things, but one of Planet Snoopy. Yep. Let's see. Dorney is the highest lower tier Cedar Fair park from Airtime Thrills. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think Dorney looks like probably the best lower tier Cedar Fair park. That or Worlds of Fun. They both look like pretty good parks in general. So Theme Park Horizon says, I feel because of the coronavirus, lower tier Cedar Fair parks will get additions, like you said, but I think since the Raptor has a low price tag, well, yeah, I don't know if they'll necessarily like get even a coaster or something like the Raptor, but you know, a racing Giga coaster. All right. Yeah, OK Coasters is phenomenal. Yeah. Coaster Fanatics is very underrated. Yes. Let's see. Based on the footage we have so far, how do you feel about Orion? I think it's too short. I mean, I wish it was a little bit longer, but I think it looks like a great ride. Um, I do wish they would have like maybe distinguished it a little more and have it. It has like more. It has a kind of hyper style layout, and I wish it did focus more on speed rather than the airtime since they have Diamondback. But I think Orion looks amazing. So was supposed to have ridden it a couple days ago actually. So. The Fun Channel 2000 has a controversial opinion. He thinks McDonald's French fries are better than potato patch fries. Yeah, that's crazy. uh, oh, you did mean American Dream Miami. Okay. I thought you just misspelled that. I didn't know there was an American Dream Miami. I have no idea. Is that do they actually have coasters? I don't know what that is. No, it's not an RCDB, so you must just be like trolling me or something. Do I think Orion will be Kings Island's best coaster? I don't know. It has a shot, but I don't know if it will be. Yeah, Cyberfox precisely. B&M's not going to stray too far out of their comfort zone, which I would really love to see them do. They're doing it a tiny bit um, with some of their more recent stuff, but not really anything drastic. So, yeah, I would love to see that done to Wildcat at Hershey. I don't think it will personally, but I would love to see that. True. Yeah, they had the first GTI, first Intamin vertical drop, first Intamin wing. Yeah. Well, technically, they didn't have the first Intamin wing. I mean, there was Furious Baco, which was like an earlier version of an Intamin wing coaster, but a different model, kind of. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Very good point. Let's see. Dorney Park's Haunt is better than Cedar Point's Haunt event. I believe it. I believe it because um, Hollow Weekends at Cedar Point really isn't that great. I mean, it's all right. It doesn't have the best. It doesn't really immerse you. Like I went to Kings Island's Haunt event, and it just was so much more immersive. You know, Cedar Point's your home park. Nice, mine too. Oh, when the time comes, which aerodynamic coaster do you think will be last left in operation? Ah, that's really sad to think about. Magnum, maybe Magnum or X2. I'm not really sure. McDonald's French fries and Arby's curly fries are currently my two favorite fried potatoes I've eaten. Nice. Yeah, those Arby's curly fries are good. I got some at the store, the grocery store. So, Thoughts on Cedar Point's fresh cut fries? I've never had them. I've heard that they're not great though. Oh, you made a video. Okay, I'll have to go check that out. Okay, they're building American Dream Miami. Nice. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Hey, G Money. Nitro Diamondback. I have not been on Nitro yet. I love Diamondback, but I think Nitro would probably beat it by a little bit because I've heard great things about Nitro. That's really intense, apparently. So, yeah, too much hate for Orion. What do I think of Backlot Stunt Coaster? They're fun. They're fun rides. Yeah. The surprising pop of airtime, even sometimes. Fahrenheit's the only vertical lift Intamin. Looks a lot like a Eurofighter, yeah. See, Arrow. Cyberfox says Arrow was the same, though. They didn't really try new things. Then Dragonfire, when they tried to copy B&M, was a flop. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Arrow did innovate a lot. They pushed the industry in a huge way. But whenever they came up with a new thing, they just kind of stuck to that, I think. And I think maybe that's what you're going for. Yeah. So, but yeah, that when they tried to copy B&M, that just did not work out for them. They didn't know what they were doing, which is really unfortunate. As soon as I can get to those parks, Anthony, as soon as I can, trust me. I really like Costco fries. Okay. Yeah, waffle fries are fantastic. I agree. Yeah. Oh, Roller Coaster David rated Dorney's Halloween among best in the States. Okay. Nice, nice. Good to know. See, we were bored, so we went by the lake. There's a great view, Cedar Point. Oh, and the RMC Abomination in that back, that run clean streak. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with these comments, guys. There's a lot of comments here. I can't respond to like every single one of them. There's a lot of comments. Trying to pick out some of the more interesting ones, you know, and not just like the usual. Cyberfox says true, but they kept doing what worked there. The fathers of coasters, though, absolutely, yeah, very much the pioneers. Do I think an RMC will get removed anytime soon? Nah. See, favorite restaurant food item at Cedar Point? Backbeat Q is fantastic. Am I a fan of steaks and shakes? Steak fries. They're pretty good. I mean, for as cheap as that place is, it's amazing. Yeah. Have I had cheese on a stick or backbeat Q? I've had backbeat Q, like I just said, and it's like awesome. So I have not had cheese on a stick. Do I like funnel cakes at the parks? I stay away from really sugary stuff. I'm diabetic. I do enjoy funnel cakes. I've never really had any at amusement parks. I have had like some of the ones at Waldemere, and they're good. But yeah, like I said, you know, I can't really eat a lot of that stuff. So if I could pick a park other than Cedar Point to build the first 500-foot coaster, what would it be? Great Adventure, Magic Mountain. Those probably be the most obvious ones. Energylandia. Yeah. Have to try it this season. Yeah, definitely. Did I know they added a vegan place at Cedar Point? Maybe. I can't remember what it is, but I think I did hear that. Funnel cakes or elephant ears? I'm not really sure. Funnel cakes, I guess, just because I've ate them more. Okay, Theme Park Horizon says, let me rephrase. If the time comes, which RMC would be the first to get removed? Ooh. Maybe probably the original New Texas Giant, I guess. Or actually Lightning Rod because of the mechanical problems it has. Maybe that whenever the time does come. Is Holiday World worth a trip? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. Yes. Anthony, I don't eat at a lot of theme park restaurants, so I haven't typically. On Theme Park Crazy's latest video, there was a surf coaster that was never built. I think that's the B&M surf model. I don't know if you're referring to the video he released like a couple weeks ago. I don't exactly remember what concept that was. I'll have to check it out again. RMC stinks. They ruin amazing off the rails experiences. Yeah, I'll have to disagree with that. They take terrible rides and make them amazing. So sorry, not sorry. Let's see. Have I ever tried the funnel fries? Are they any good? I have not. No. Coaster Talk says, "What is your favorite? Floorless, hyper, invert, flying, and wooden coasters." Probably wooden coasters. But I don't know. Hyper and inverts are really freaking good. I prefer inverts for their uniqueness and forces, but I think all around hypers are a little bit more satisfying typically. So I don't know. It's really hard to answer that question. Drive or fly for park trips? I've never flown ever myself, actually. For certain parks, I would definitely fly if they're a long ways away. I wouldn't want to like drive to Florida or something like that. So, but other than that, if it's like an 8-10 hour drive, I don't mind doing that. You know. What would you guess the ratio of males to females is in the enthusiast community? Probably like 8 males to 2 females, something like that. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe even like 9-1. Yeah, it's not a lot of females. Feel like there's more now. They're getting more common, which is awesome, you know. Feel like Wonder Woman would get removed, unfortunately, because Six Flags might want to replace it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was also kind of throwing that idea around in my head too. 2000-1. Yeah, probably. That's probably much more realistic. 2000-1. Yeah, I don't know why I was just thinking of sticking with the number 10 in my head. I guess I could do a bigger number. It would actually probably be more like, you know, like 19 guys to well, that's the same percentage. Anyway, I'm not gonna think too much about it. Oh man, so many questions. Where all these questions just popped up at once? Yes, I've ridden a boomerang. Airtime Thrills just uploaded. I hope Six Flags New England gets a coaster for 2021. Not holding my breath though. I think they'll get a launch SNS coaster. I definitely ride the SLC so I could keep Steel Vengeance. Obviously, it sounds painful, but I would do it. See, if you haven't ridden a Raptor, I'll just say this: these are the most aggressive, intense whip your eyes I've ever been on. That's what I've heard. Yeah, Jersey Devil looks amazing. Let's see. Used to do the 24-hour drive to Florida every year. Oh, oof. Oh, that is terrible. No way. Yuck. Let's see. I wouldn't disagree with that ratio. Large these though. Taylor Logan. There's very few females. Speaking of Dorney Park. Yeah, a lot of the female coaster enthusiasts are like very, very young, and they are associated with those, you know, like Coaster Kids, Thrills United. Yeah. Do I think more roller coasters should be time of music, rock and roller coaster style? To me, it's kind of gimmicky. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it on like every coaster. I think it's cool here and there though. So let's see. How can major manufacturers make boomerang coasters more exciting since they're basically back and forth? I think they're doing a pretty good job right now of doing, you know, back and forth style coasters like the Skyrocket 2s. Those look great. So I would say rides like that. Let's see. What if Orion was a kiddie coaster and Great Pumpkin Coaster was a Giga? Now I want to make that Planet Coaster. The Giga the the great the great Giga I don't know, something like that. So what if E&F Myler made a Giga? Yeah. My rain-soaked experience at Knoebels in Dorney Park. Oh man. Yep, definitely be checking that out. Oh, Coaster Studios uploaded World's Best Dark Rides Part 1 motion simulators. Okay. Okay. Backwards first. Yeah, that could be cool. Have I ever mixed Pib and Fanta together? Coke first. No, I haven't. I don't drink regular pop. So, what if Metal Park made a strata with a lift hill? That'd be awesome. Yeah. I don't think it'll happen, but it'd be awesome. Let's see. Would you ride a SLC 50 times for $10,000, but the really bad ones? Absolutely, yeah. Let's see. X2 does a great job of using music on the ride, but maybe that's just because I actually like the music and feature. Yeah, good point. But it does play Metallica, so yeah, it's really good music. I forgot about X2 having Metallica, so yeah. If I can remove one of these right at Cedar Point, what would it be? Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Valraven, or Millennium Force? Valraven, are you kidding me? Let's see. Cyberfox says Coaster Station music was cool, like Wicked Twister, Millennium Force, Top Thrill, and many at Six Flags. Yeah, yeah. I love good station music. It really pumps you up and gets you in the mood. Highest bucket list highest bucket list of coaster YouTubers you want to meet. Kind of weird. I mean, I don't really like, oh my gosh, I got to meet this person, but I would love to meet with Airtime Thrills or something like that at some point. The guys from the chain lift, they seem really cool. So sure, I'll run into them at some point. Let's see. Dollywood and Carowinds actually make good midway stops on a drive to from Florida and Northeast Ohio. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Fast food or grill? I like, yeah, a grill, I guess, if I had to pick. Do I think Fuji Q will get a Giga hybrid? Not a Giga, potentially a hybrid though. See, X2 equals Metallica, Beastie Boys, Rage. Oh, I thought it was just Metallica they played. Okay. Hershey will not AMRPHIS Wildcat, then they may get the T-Rex prototype because they can't go higher. Yeah, maybe. They really could use an RMC there. So, see, Millennium Force has the best station vibe due to the cool futuristic layout and best music track ever. Yeah, that Millennium Force station really gets you pumped. It's an awesome vibe in there every single time. Never gets old. So, what coaster would have the highest chance to play Trivium or a mirror on their lift hill? um, a really intense coaster like I-305, I guess, or Sky Rush or something like that. I don't know. See, as a Florida-based enthusiast, I can say that coasters with music, whether onboard station music, highly add to the experience. Oh, okay. Good outlook on that. Thank you. Yeah. If I heard of any songs from Rage Against the Machine or Drowning Pool, so what are your favorites? Drowning Pool, I mean, their classic bodies is definitely the best. Rage Against the Machine, they have a lot of great songs. I guess Bulls on Parade, probably my favorite out of the hit songs. So miss the DJ and the Queue of Millennium. Absolutely. When Cedar Point had those DJs, that was awesome. Yeah. Hey, Ethan. Yeah, it'd be awesome to be in that Millennium Station right now. Yeah. 4 hours long. Wow. Nice. Most brutal Amir song. I'm not really an Amir fan. I mean, all their songs are freaking brutal, but not really a fan of them, so don't really know much. Yeah, a roller coaster themed Pink Floyd. Oh my gosh, that would be pretty insane. Yeah, absolutely. See, using the secret song list on Hollywood Earth Pride Rocket, you can play Rainbow Connection and movie right along while on ride. Okay, I don't understand. And moving right along while on ride. Okay, okay, I got it. Okay, yeah, it sucks. All these places, can't open up yet. Yeah, being somewhat younger and newer coaster enthusiast, only been riding since 2016. I never got to see the DJ. Wish they'd bring him back. Yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting time, early 2000s. So, oh, they're from Muppets. Okay, that's why I don't know them. Uh, hmm. Let's see. If you can remove one Intamin from Cedar Point, what would it be? You cannot say Wicked Twister. That's easy. Wilderness Run. Wilderness Run. Actually, the first Intamin coaster. So I'd actually be sad to see it go. Being the first Intamin. But have I watched Sesame Street or Muppets at all? I've seen the Muppets Christmas Carol. That's about it. See, it's going to be a while before things get back to normal. It'll be gradual. Won't just be everything is open again. I wish. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be normal. Yeah, I think we're going to have a new kind of normal. To be honest with you, whenever things do open, and whenever things do definitely settle down, I think we're still going to have a new type of normal to get used to. So, sit in an air conditioned box and play music. Yeah, it'd be nice. Oh, it was a huge hit. Maybe I've heard it. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely would be sad, but not a huge loss because tiny kitty coaster. But I did not see that video. I have no idea what that is. No. Most successful manufacturers when it comes to having success with dark rides and water rides. Vekoma, I guess. Vekoma, Sally Ride did lots of dark rides. I don't know. I've never ridden a Justice League. I've not been to Six Flags Park yet, actually. So, see, in 2019, Cedar Point had a different experience because a little bit of theme they added on just feels different now. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice that they're trying to incorporate, some more themed experiences, I guess. I mean, it's still all about the coasters there. So the the theming on Steel Vengeance though, it's just like they could have done so much better with it. Pretty unfortunate, but like all they have is just a bunch of signs, and some character voices on the station. That's about it. Oh, the old Brady Bunch show at Kings Island. Nice. I'm gonna have to check out that episode just to watch that and see. Yeah, I mean that Racer was the big ride there. Now there's a Giga coaster, right next to it. It's just crazy. Yeah, B&Ms are fantastic. Yeah. Loudest coaster besides any RMC? Top Thrill Dragster. What Chinese roller coaster manufacturer is the most creative? I don't know. There's so many of them, and so many of them do such similar things. You just like get them mixed up. Plus, their names aren't memorable either. So like, I can't, you know. Oh, you ended out. Yeah, that sucks. Couldn't get the fast passes for those parks. Is Cedar Fair more popular up north in the U.S.? Because I don't see a ton of deer parks. A ton of parks down in Florida. Yeah. I don't exactly know what you're asking. Sorry. See, Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family both had a Kings Island episode. I didn't know the Partridge Family did. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I love seeing like old places like that. Like even pictures of Cedar Point, back in the day, like when that back parking lot was just tons of trees, really cool to see. Thoughts on the B&M Roar? The B&M Roar is fantastic. What coaster reminds me the most of Mozart? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Some of these questions you guys come up with, like I don't know. What's that supposed to mean? Diamondback is the loudest according to some selfish neighbor. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Theme Park Horizons. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Did an assignment on B&M. Nice. What what coaster reminds me the most of Chris Bender? Lightning Rod. Yeah, Lightning Rod. Woody Harrelson used to work at Cedar Point. Okay. What coaster reminds me the most of Matt Heafy? Something in Florida because, he lives in Florida. So 20th most important event in Ohio history, huh? Wow. It's really cool that happened there. That's actually really cool. Diamondback isn't as loud as Rougarou or Raptor before 2018. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's pretty quiet, actually, my opinion. Favorite condiment? Barbecue sauce. Hey, that's all right. You only been to one major theme park. It's not a competition or anything, There was one time when I was only to one major theme park, So believe Fabio took a bird to the face on Racer at Kings. That was actually Apollo's Chariot. Apollo's Chariot Media Day was when Fabio took a bird to the face back in '99. Yeah, some media day, huh? That story is just crazy. Yeah. We need a Shrek. Oh, yes, we do need a Shrek coaster. Wow, that'd be awesome. We do need a Shrek coaster. All right, guys, I'm going to end this live stream here. I need to go get me some dinner. It's 6:21 already. That's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream today. This was actually a really good one. We had some fun here. So I will see you guys all in the next one, whenever that is. I did just start writing for a new video, so probably in a couple days you can expect a new video. I'm going to be doing a review of a particular park, so be on the lookout for a amusement park review from Coaster Daddy in the next couple days. Be sure to check out that merch store if you have not yet. I know a lot of people, tons of people actually said they were interested in merch, and most of those people have not bought anything yet. So go check out my merch store. There's tons of stuff available there. Thank you guys. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.